often is just the overall surprise that people have on these statistics. And most people don't seem to realize that this is an issue here in the area, and they're just surprised.
That's so interesting. It's interesting that youth feel that this is acceptable and that they think adults think it's acceptable. Why do you guys think that that would happen? I mean, adults are the ones that are supposed to be in charge here. Why do you think that we would think violence would be okay?
Well, in my personal experience, some youth out there believe that because their parents don't take enough charge to teach them the right things. And you know, the parents will do things when the child is young, and the child will take after them, and then when they grow up they'll start doing these things, and the parents won't take charge and teach them that this isn't right, and their perception proceeds that they should do this because their parents think that it's okay, so they think it's okay.
Well, it's certainly, I know, I have my youngest is 25, and I certainly have seen a tremendous escalation in violence on television, video games. It's actually shocking to me to rarely turn on the TV set and see things that are on prime time that would have been maybe after 11 o'clock, if at all, on television, even 10 or 15 years ago. So
I agree. The American, what is it? The American Academy of Pediatrics in 2010 did a study and said that by the age of 18, kids have witnessed over 200,000 acts of violence on television, and most of those on television go without any consequence. The people get away with them regularly, and so we kind of learn that in our community.
It's just become commonplace. So how can we expect it not to escalate in our youth?
Certainly.
Yeah. So if how else can we get involved as a member of an organization? Are you offering opportunities to come and speak to those? What would someone do either as a private citizen or as a member of an organization to learn more?
Well, advice and ideas always are a gigantic help. You know, the more that the community can approach us and say, here's another way we feel like we can get the word out, and we're willing to help do that, is outstanding. We can't come up with every idea, you know. We're limited in the number of people we have. But the more people that are talking about it, and the more avenues that we have to talk about it, the better. So that's another big aspect that I'd be looking for from the community. Advice. What do you feel we can help, and what do you feel we can do?
And the best way to get that advice to the Violence Prevention Work Group would be?
Contact Jesse Peterson with JDP Consulting. You can also contact Youth Connections. They have their offices, I believe, at Helena Middle School, and it's an easy group to get a hold of.
Okay. Okay. And again, those meetings are held on, tell me again, Brett, when those meetings are? The
third Tuesday of every month at the Front Street Learning Center at 3:30.
Okay. Okay. Well, with that, I just want to give you a final opportunity. Anything else that you'd like to talk about or say on this segment? And we look forward to you coming to our Helena Citizens Council meeting, which will be the fourth Wednesday of the month, and I want to say that's March 28th at 7 o'clock in room 326. We will have members of the Violence Prevention Group there as well to let Helena Citizens Council know a little bit about this, talk a lot about more what you've said today, as well as how our council can assist with this effort. So any final remarks, Brett?
Well, one of the things that we find when we do a lot of these presentations is I hear over and over, you know, boys are going to be boys and they're just going to fight, and acts of violence are just going to be a part of growing up. And I think that is what we're working so hard to overcome, that perception, because that perception is what we see prevailing among a number of adults. And like Jesse was saying earlier, if that's what the adults are saying, and that's what they're telling their kids, that's what the kids are going to expect. And we find it's just not the case. Things continue. They don't just fight, get over it, and friends again. It tends to be something that's ongoing.
Okay. Joey?
I definitely agree with what Brett just said. I think that is a very big part of some of our problems right now.
I also agree.
All right. Well, we're just about out of time. I've got 8 seconds left to say goodbye and thank you for the opportunity to visit with you. And I look forward to next month.